Flames got back in the win column, got bowl eligible for the 6th year in a row. Take us into the locker room a little bit and talk to us a little bit how that win helps down the stretch here.
Yeah, it was a great Saturday. Obviously, when you lost a couple in a row, you wanna do everything you can to get back into the win column. And I thought our guys, were hungry and played well, prepared well, and it was good to be in the locker room and get back to singing the victory song and seeing excitement and joy, and then. Any time that you can get bowl eligible, that's obviously one of the goals that you have, a checkpoint that you have, and that's awesome to do that 6 years in a row. You don't want to be the team that breaks that streak, so that was awesome as well. And the thing that I'm excited about was we're playing, competing the way that we want to, but also there's some room for improvement. And if our players will seek to get better and see those areas that we need to improve, then I think we can get better as a team. And there was areas in that game, whether that was offense turning the ball over 2 times in the first half. I thought our defense played extremely well, but then came out in the second half and sort of maybe relaxed a little bit. So there's things there that we can really improve on. That if our team will embrace that and pursue that, then we got a chance to continue to get better.
Was that the most complete game? Not that you're capable of playing, but the most complete game that you guys have played as a team so far this year?
Probably, which is sad, because that was game 8. But as far as I thought we played. The last 2 weeks we've played really better for 4 quarters, and didn't obviously Jack State didn't end up the way we want. But as far as just the intensity you need to play with, the focus you need to play with, I thought we improved from that week to last week, and if we can continue to do that and eliminate some of the things that are still hurting us, then we got a chance to hopefully finish strong.
Is this the role that you envisioned for Juju Gray before he got hurt?
It was, and trying to mix and match, and obviously once he got hurt there, he missed so many games, and then his first game back, he's still trying to find his way. And so we really, this past week, limited the things that we were going to ask him to do and make sure he could be good at what he does. And as you can see, he's got a lot of ability. And it's a shame that he got hurt and was not able to continue to improve and really find a role in the offense earlier on. I think it would have definitely helped us, but it was good to have him out there.
You talked after the game about getting back to your identity a little bit on offense. What does that look like for this team?
Well, I think just more trying to control the line of scrimmage and being able to use the run game to open up a lot of passing game and some play action, some different things. And with all the different injuries and the different things that we've had, it's been a up and down season. But I think and I thought that our coaches did a really nice job of, all right, who do we have available? How can we use them? How do we put them in position to be successful? And they did a good job of that, and not that we have to run for 300 yards every week by any means, but being able to control it and use the time of possession to rest the defense but score. The first half, the 2 turnovers, we score every drive, and then you come out in the third quarter, we had the 3 and out. But after that, with the exception of the last drive where we took a knee, we scored as well. So I'm not saying we can do that every time, but just being able to move the ball and put ourselves in position to, score touchdowns consistently is the goal, and we're getting closer to that.
This week you step out of conference play. It's kind of a weird week, I guess. Not conference play. You don't have to worry about bowl eligibility. You worry at all about focus for the team, or you just kind of, making sure they focus each and every day to get better a little bit each day.
Well, it wasn't until you mentioned it. So, but since you brought it up, but no, I think anytime you're dealing with younger people, and you've laid out a vision that you want to achieve. Anytime you maybe go out of a conference game and you're going on the road and maybe you're looking at opponent, looking at the schedule, or looking at the record and thinking, oh, hey, we can do this. We've been there, done that, right? And we've lost. So, we lost to an 0-7 or 1-7 team that we were supposed to beat by how many points. And so our guys will understand. They understand that, hey, we got to show up and play well to beat anybody, truth be told. And so, I think our leadership will do a good job of making sure that we want to improve from where we're at, not go backwards. I think that's been the big key for us. Is we've been so up and down, and at least the last 2 weeks we've been more consistent with the effort and the focus that we need to have. I do believe they're hungry to continue to do that. Doesn't mean we're going to win the game, but I do expect us to go up there and play hard and play well. I think our opponent, obviously their record's not what it is, but they played an unbelievable schedule. If you look at it, they played a really tough schedule and been in a lot of games with some MAC schools that are similar as far as ability wise to us, and had some chances to. They're playing a Northern Illinois team who beat Notre Dame, and they're right there at the last play of the game. So I think they've improved tremendously, and our guys need to play well to go up and get a victory.
Ethan Chris played like 3 times as many snaps as he had in any game prior to that. What had you seen from him that made you feel like he was ready for that? And is that what we should expect moving forward?
Well, Ethan's part of a package, and so depending on how a team tries to attack us, his package is either bigger or smaller. And most of the teams prior to this game tried to play us in a different personnel grouping and things. And so this game, Middle used a different personnel grouping for a decent amount of time, and he was able to get a lot of plays, and he showed up. We think he's got a chance to be a really good player here in the future, and he's gotten better each week. He understands his role, and he does a great job on special teams. And then obviously when the plays made, when he had more opportunities, really showed up. I mean, the play to be able to pick the football up, most people thought that was an incompletion. He picked it up and ran down there, and then he got a huge play. Anytime we needed some momentum, they might have had some momentum. He got a big, first down stop, a tackle for loss, and so I thought he played really well. He was back home, he's from that area, but he's gotten better each week. His confidence has improved. The confidence the coaches have and the trust in him, and he just shows up. He shows up every day, never complains. He loves to play, and it's exciting because he gets himself worked up. He paints his face up, looks like Braveheart, Mel Gibson off Braveheart half the time, and he's got a great personality for the game of football, which you love.
Outside of the result, Jamie, Saturday, how did your team handle its first quasi-early kick?
It was good to actually play early. I thought we started pretty well, and we stayed consistent for that. And I think our guys, I don't think they are better or more excited when it is early, because that's what we do all the time, And so I think that was good for us. We're going to have a few of those here the next couple, 2-3 weeks, and so hopefully that continues to help us, because that's in our wheelhouse as far as our body clock and all the things that I won't get into because I don't understand that much. But it was good. I thought we came out, got off the bus, and was ready to go.
Offensive line was a position where there was a lot of injury and attrition earlier in the year. They've gotten really a little bit healthier, and that's obviously a big part of you wanting to get back to your identity. How would you assess their play as things have kind of come together for them over the last few weeks?
I think we've improved there. We're playing some more people. If you notice, Austin Anderson got to play a lot quite, but he was out, and he's got 4 games he can play, so we played him some. And I think we understand the roles there now and how we're trying to use people. And this is I think the 3rd week now that we've actually stayed healthy and not had some bang-ups. So I think you've seen some improvement with those guys, some ownership, and some better leadership up there as far as just holding themselves to a high standard. There's some things we got to improve. From there we still have got to make sure that we don't do things to hurt ourselves, if that makes sense, and hurt drives, whether that's penalties or something of that nature. But I'm pleased with how they've developed, especially with trying to find who are your guys, and then also guys that have earned some playing time. What's that rotation look like? I think Coach Durkin's done a nice job with that.
What's Reese Smith's availability? Is he close?
No. Okay. I would say probably a couple, 2-3 more weeks, most likely.
James Joyner got a couple of carries Saturday. Is that a competition and practice deal, or just a different package?
Billy's been banged up and didn't practice a lot, and so we took him. He was dressed. He was going to be an emergency in case something happened. But James has gotten better. He's practiced, and we got trust in him, and so I think he ended up with 7-8 carries, which was good, in some key situations too. There. So he's gotten better as far as each week and doing what we need to do. And Coach Isaac has some trust in him there, and it was more, all right, Billy's a little banged up. James has done a good job. If we can, hold Billy and give him another week to try to get healthy. And I thought James did a nice job for us.
Listen to Coach Brown. Tyson Pumachan is out for the year. There are a couple of backups that did play. last week or 2 weeks ago it's Mississippi State. Juxtapose the two guys that you may see at quarterback for them.
Yeah, they're two different. They got a big, strong kid that has a big time arm. Can throw it, and then the other one can really run, very quick, and it scares you because they can send some guys deep, and then he can just get out of the pocket, and make some things happen, and so. The starter was a great player. That's unfortunate he's out for the season, but I think it gives us a challenge, our defense a challenge, because now you're I don't want to say you're preparing for two offenses, but you got to prepare for two different types, right? One guy's in, maybe you expect something else. Another guy's in, you got to maybe change some calls, and so our defense this week is going to have to do a really good job of making sure they're locked in on who's in there and what the expectation is, and then once we're up there, being able to adjust as far as, all right, this is what they're trying to do to you, and adjust and follow our rules and the fundamentals that we play with. That's, I think, to me, is going to be the key for our defense. Is no matter who's back there, we got to make sure we're doing the things, fitting the gaps, and all the things that we're supposed to do, no matter who's playing.
Coach, I can't remember. Have you led a team up there before to play a game? So how do you prepare your team for just kind of knowing the atmosphere and what they're going to see?
Well, the one thing about the place, it's always windy, and so we've talked to our guys about that from a standpoint as far as kickers and some of those, doing some things that we made to make sure, because there's usually a wind, and I always think we've had some close games up there. We've had some games that went our way. I always think it's a challenge because it's going to be cooler later in the season. Who's going to be hungrier, right? Who's got more to play for? And I always think it's a hard place to play. They got a lot of tradition. They got a lot of pride. Coach Durkin's a graduate of UMass, and so he talks about all the time how they used to lock the gates up there, and when you came in there, and so there's a lot of pride in that program. And so if we don't go up with the mindset of finding a way to do everything we can to win, it's going to be a challenge for us. And because it can get loud, they'll have a good crowd. I'm pretty sure it's their senior day there, and so they'll have a good crowd, and so we got to make sure we handle our business.